Tower came out with a statement about the coronavirus. And something one of the governing body members said just kind of, it irritated me. So Tony, tight pants Tony, gonna waddle his little chunky self on stage, and in typical Tony fashion, give a cold-hearted, unmotivating talk. And in that talk, one of the things he said, and the main thing that is bothering me, is that he said, I'm not bothered. We were waiting for this to happen. We are expecting these things to happen. It doesn't bother me. That's what he said. It doesn't bother me. And that's something, it just made me think, because that's how it is being one of Jehovah's Witnesses. When you see people suffering, bad things happening to people as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, we're taught to not let it bother us. You know why? Because that's a sign that Jesus Christ's presence is ever closer. That's a good thing. It's a good thing people are dying. It's a good thing people are getting sick. It's a good thing people are losing their jobs. It's a good thing people are in distress. It's a good thing people don't know where to turn, because that means that our deliverance is at hand. That is the Jehovah's Witness thinking, and that I do not miss. I don't miss that. He actually said, doesn't bother me. So callous. So cold. Doesn't bother me. And it's like, how you have the nerve to say some stuff like that, Tony? Ain't you supposed to be Christ's brother? Ain't you supposed to show empathy? Didn't Jesus Christ feel sorry for people? Didn't he feel their pain? But you don't feel nothing. Oh, doesn't bother me. How could you say something like that? These men are not, they are right when they say they're not inspired. Because if you had any ounce of compassion in your heart, you wouldn't even want to say nothing like that. It's one thing to say, okay, we're expecting these type of things to happen. Fine, the Bible does talk about that. But you put your own personal, doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered, doesn't bother me. I'm bothered that he's not bothered. And I'm bothered that I once was just like that. Being indoctrinated as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, you low-key don't really care about what's going on in the world. Because we're no part of the world. We're no part of the world. We don't, as a Jehovah's Witness, you don't feel that camaraderie, that natural human connectedness that you're supposed to feel with other people. You don't. You don't feel that. You look at them, and on one hand, you know a situation is bad, but on the other hand, it's like, oh, I can't wait because I'm ready to get to paradise. You understand? And that is not good. That is, that's almost evil to think like that. So let me get this straight. Everybody else got to be sick and die in order for me to live forever on paradise? Is that what that is? That's what, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, that's exactly what you believe. So you really can't feel true human empathy, because you need everybody else to die. I know when I was pioneering, I did not feel sorry for people. Now, Watchtower will say that human empathy and love for Jehovah should be the primary motivations for fulfilling the preaching and teaching work. That's what they'll say in writing. But the truth is, don't nobody go out and field service because they feel sorry for somebody. We go out and field service, and we went out and field service because I want to save my life. I don't care about these people. I'm trying to get to paradise. I want to be in the New World Order. That's what we used to call it. I want to be in the New World Order because I want to build a dream tree house. I want a pet giraffe, a pet panda, a pet dolphin, and I want a pet jaguar, a tiger. All of that. I want all of that. I want the best food. I want the best body. I want all of that. That's why I'm knocking on your door to tell you, if you don't worship the God I worship the way I worship him, you gonna die. And I'm okay with you dying, because that means I'm gonna get into paradise. So self-righteous, so cold. And that is exactly what Tony said. Now I get it, okay? I get it. That's what Tony said, okay? That's what he said. Fine. Anybody could sit here and argue and be like, well, That was his opinion. That doesn't reflect on everybody. But yes, it does. Isn't he a spokesperson for Jehovah's Witnesses? Isn't he? Yes, he is. So yeah, I can take that and run with it, because that is, generally speaking, that is a general overview of the mentality of Jehovah's Witnesses when it comes to worldwide disasters. Jehovah's Witnesses don't feel a part of world progress. They are waiting for this world and its system to be over. So when Tony get up there and be like, I'm not bothered, doesn't bother me, it doesn't bother me. Well, you have that luxury, Tony. Of course it doesn't bother you. Why should it bother you or any of the other governing body members? Y'all supposed to be the representative of Jehovah's people. Why would it bother you? Look at how y'all living. See, y'all got me messed up. Y'all thinking that I don't like the governing body members. I like them. I'm trying to be just like them. I'm trying to emulate them, because I want to have no bills. I want to be able to live in a posh apartment. I want somebody to come and clean up my apartment. I want somebody to come and press and iron my clothes. I want somebody to cook my food. I want to be able to control people, to have power and influence. I want to be able to have all types of real estate all over the world so I can flip it and sell it and make my money. I want to be able to invest in stocks that don't nobody got to know about, so I can get some money that way. I want to be able to jump on a plane and go all across the world and give a little dumb talks and have people clap for me and just think I'm the best thing since whatever. I want that. I want to be just like the governing body. I do. See, he has the luxury to not be bothered. He don't have to deal with the things that regular people have to deal with. He has the luxury to be cold-hearted. He has the luxury to even let them words fall out his little chubby mouth, because he ain't got to deal with nothing. He ain't in reality like we are. How is that supposed to be encouraging? Don't nobody care about what you told a group of people. Oh, I told them it doesn't bother me. Did nobody ask you what you told them? You could have kept that to yourself. I'm not bothered. Ooh! His head about that big, right? So if I come in like this, doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. You cold son of a... You know, it's a lot of things that don't bother you, Tony. It's a lot of things that don't bother y'all. That's your problem. That's your problem. There's a lot of things. Where my time at? Because I ain't going to stay on here long. I got things to do. Tony about to mess up my day, and I'm not going to let him. I'm not going to let him. I'm feeling myself today. He can't take my spirit. So people being terrified, we in the middle of a world pandemic. Am I missing my exit? Okay, no. So people being terrified, and the world of mankind being in the middle of a pandemic don't bother you. You know what else don't bother you? Children being systematically molested and raped in your organization. That don't bother you. People dying because you told them that they have to refuse blood transfusions in order to have God's approval. That don't bother you. People not being able to really support their family and live up to their potential because you basically told us college was evil. That don't bother you. People commit suicide because they are not being taken care of mentally and emotionally in your organization like they should be. That don't bother you. Nothing bothers y'all. That's your problem. That's your problem. You're too callous. You're too self-righteous. You think you're better than everybody else. And you don't think that the world's problem have anything to do with you because you are not of this world. You belong to Jesus Christ in heaven. You don't care. And that right there is so toxic. And I'm so tired of it. I told y'all I wasn't going to do no more research. I did. I said I was going to be done with it. But dang, I keep going back. It's so addictive. Like, to see how much I've been bamboozled and to see these guys for the first time with a different lens. It's like, you can see them for their bull crap, like for real. Finally, it's like, okay, y'all really are just some regular stupid men. Evil, even, especially Tony. Tony ain't never gave a talk that just made me feel good and warm and gave me some sort of hope and encouragement. He always on that tip. He always on some, he ready for death and destruction. He just is. He loves it. He loves talking about anything that got to do with people dying, destruction, anything like that. He is on top of it. And you can't be a true ride or die Jehovah's Witness unless a part of you is like that too. You can't say you can't wait for paradise, because at the same moment you are sitting there waiting for the new world, it's the same exact moment you waiting for everybody that you've ever known pretty much to die. How is that good? I love being a part of the world. I love being a part of the world. We were taught that was like the worst thing ever. Don't be a part of the world. Don't have no share in the world, because the world is passing away and so is its desires. But he that does the will of God will remain forever. We was taught that. I love being a part of the world. I love feeling like I'm finally included with everybody else that lives on this planet with me. I love it. There's nothing wrong with that. It feels good. I like when I'm in my house quarantining. I ain't quarantining right now because I got things to do, but I do a good job. Don't judge me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else out here too. I love the fact that I know that my little bitty contributions is helping not just me, but my neighbors, my city, you know what I'm saying? My state, my country, my brothers and sisters, my fellow humans. I love feeling like I'm participating with everybody else. I don't want to be separated no more. That is whack. I don't want to feel like, oh, it's just me and my little JW bubble. Man, forget that JW bubble. I would rather be a part of the world and be a part of you guys and be a part of what y'all got going on and try to help y'all than to side with them dum-dums on the governing body any day. Any day. Any day. Because the more and more I hear the stupidness that fall from their lips, the more and more I can't believe I used to hang on to every word they said. Like it was gospel. And they are just so wrong. They are cold. They really don't care. He just said it. I said in my last video, Watchtower don't care about you. He just said, doesn't bother me. He don't care. He do not care that you at your house terrified. He don't care that you don't know what's going on. He don't care. They don't care. And let me say this for the record. Some commentators are saying, they praise the Watchtower for how they're handling the coronavirus. I am not praising Watchtower, because Watchtower only do things that benefit Watchtower. Of course, Watchtower was going to follow the recommendations from the World Health Organizations and other institutions such as that. Of course, they were going to follow it. Watchtower is under so much heat, they can't afford no more negative press. Do you know how bad Watchtower would have got jumped on by everybody else if they were still mandating meeting attendance during a time like this? Could you imagine the backlash Watchtower would have got if they would have told the friends, just trust in Jehovah, we're going to keep on keeping on, we're going to keep going to the meetings? I could see Watchtower doing that. If Watchtower did not fear any repercussions, they would still be making them friends go to the meetings. I guarantee it. And you know what they would have said? They would have used the example of, who was that kept praying even though they was told not to pray? Who was that? The angel came visit him and the angel was held up for 3 weeks by the Prince of Persia. Was that Daniel? I think it was Daniel. Remember, he was in his chambers, he used to pray 3 times a day, and you know the story. That's the account they would have used. We got to keep on worshiping Jehovah. We have to obey God as ruler rather than men. The only reason Watchtower isn't doing that is because Watchtower know they cannot afford to have any more light put on them. Come on, Cleveland Avenue with the potholes. Bruh. There we go. Thank you. That's it. Watchtower is not doing this for the betterment of the friends or for anybody else. It benefits Watchtower to cancel these meetings as far as having people in a central location. That's why Watchtower is doing it. Don't get it twisted. I don't give Watchtower no kudos at all, because I know they are selfish in everything that they do. They can't stand us. They can't stand people. He just told you. It don't bother me. Corona who? Oh, you scared, boo-boo? I don't care. Bring me back to my lofty chambers where I could sit there and eat my face out with all the food that people cook for me. I don't care about what's going on in the world. I'm going to heaven. And that's if he even believed that. I don't even know sometimes. I feel like sometimes the governing body just be pretending. They know they ain't going to heaven. I don't know, but that's just my hunch. Like, they know this is a bunch of bull ass. I'm trying to curse less in my videos, y'all, because I done got out of character. But anyway, back on subject. That's all I wanted to say. It doesn't bother me. It should bother you. That's the problem, baby. It should bother you. And the fact that there's so much going on outside the organization and inside the organization, that type of attitude is why Watchtower not gonna last. Because it should bother you. You're a human being at the end of the day. Sure, yeah, you were expecting it, but what? Does that mean you can't have no emotions about it? That's like a pregnant wife going to her husband and saying, "Baby, I think I'm in labor. The baby's about to come. We gotta go. Oh my God, it hurts so much." And the husband looking at her going, "Doesn't bother me. We've been waiting for this." Not the right response at this particular time. No. Yeah, you've been expecting this, but dang, can you have a little human compassion? Can you show some sort of heart? That man ain't got no heart at all. And that's who y'all follow. You Jehovah's Witnesses, that's who y'all listen to. Tony, Tight Pants Tony. That's who y'all listen to. Hey, do what you do, baby. All I'm saying is, I ain't buying it. And I highly, highly detest that statement from him, because as a normal person at his age, he should know better than that. He too old to be saying stupid stuff like that. He too old to be saying stupid stuff like that. Like you are a mature man. You got millions of people listening to you, and that's what came out your mouth? That's what you gonna say? All right. Well, y'all can listen to him. I ain't listening to him no more. Anyway, let me get off this thing before I get a ticket, get in a wreck. It's raining. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Oh, like, share, subscribe. You know what to do. All right then, y'all. Peace.